You know what time it is? Time to talk about the AT&T BGW 320. And the reason why I'm bringing this one up is because a lot of people still don't understand the features or some of the hardware and features inside this gateway. Coming soon is the new BGW 630, I believe. It's going to be able to produce up to 10 gigabytes. That's 10,000 megabytes a second. Now, question, do you really need those speeds? No, not the device, not even the PlayStation or a computer. A computer, you have to purchase the net card that can handle those speeds. Now, hardware. We're going to start off with the basics. This top one right here is going to be your ONT. Now, you're going to have a 010, 240, 020, 210 type of modem in the garage, and it's going to backfeed into here, okay? Hopefully the technician can just bring the cable into what they call the SFP, smartphone pluggable. This one is a red dot. That's what they call a red dot SFP. They can produce up to 5,000 megabytes a second. Again, you don't need those kind of speeds unless you're running like 15 4K devices consistently. And at that point in time, it's like, okay, you know what? Well, I want some of that. So small form pluggable. Okay, that's going to go in here. Your agent or your install technician will do that. This is going to be the power. There's a little green light that populates right here whenever you plug it in. All right, you do have phone lines 1 and 2 straight out of this device here. So if you want to separate the phone line and 2, you have to get a phone line 1 and 2 splitter. The red button is just, you don't need it, but you can press it once, just a quick reset of the gateway. If you're having issues or it's blinking white, you can put a reboot into it, which is 20 seconds on the red button here. And what's going to happen is, let's say I have my Wi-Fi and my Wi-Fi's password. It's going to go away and it's going to turn into that right there, which you see there. All right. So that's the easy part. The 5 gigabyte port is the only one that produces 5,000 megabytes a second. Well, what if I put it on a switch and I hook it up to, 10 devices? Well, that's perfectly fine. But you need to have a 5 gigabit port, what do you call those, multi-gig switches that can handle those speeds. And you got to have a Cat 6A or better, Cat 7, Cat 8, stuff like that. Oh, that makes sense. Exactly. Makes perfect sense. Okay. So ports 2, 3, and 4. Those are also full duplex up to 1,000 megabytes a second download and 1,000 upload. Kind of have the power for it also. Well, what if I just want to use port 1 and go into the system? Well, you can. Port 1, any of these ports will give you the speed that your device plugs into. So if you're on the green port and you want to buy 100 by 100, all 4 is going to give you 100 by 100. All right, super simple. Now let's talk about Wi-Fi capabilities. The most important part of this system here. Okay, let me take a little small photo of this. There we go. So what's going to happen is this has a 2.4 BGN card. Okay, so the BGN card, B gives you, I believe, 50 megabytes a second. G gives you 60 megabytes a second, and N router is going to give you about 100 megabytes a second. Now, a cool feature about this device is it does a 2.4 AX card, which theoretically can give you about 200 megabytes a second, but your phone or device is going to kick into the 5 gigahertz. Now that we're in 5 gigahertz, let's talk about that. It does an N router, so starts at about 140 megabytes a second and goes to 350 megabytes a second. All right, we got the easy part. Now we got the AX card. So the AX card is what's going to give you the 500 to 750 megabytes per second. Completely amazing, completely useless, because you're not going to see those speeds on your device, and you're not really going to need it because you're limited to the throttling of out there, not AT&T's. And it also has the high-speed 5G AX only, which gives you those speeds. Okay, so you have 3 Wi-Fi routers and a bonus 2.4 gigahertz B card for your guest. Now that's going to give you up to 50 megabytes a second. Now, hopefully this wasn't too many megabits, megabytes, gigabytes, petabytes, 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 all kinds of bytes, okay? Because I almost bit this, but I was talking, y'all. So, is it worth it? Of course it's worth it. Should you get it? No, you don't need it. Well, what if I want it? If you have the money for it, go ahead and buy it. If you don't have the money for it, like me, I just got the 1000 because it was on sale. So no matter how good I am with the internet, I can't get my own free internet. So I still got to pay a company unless I produce Gus's Wi-Fi. Anywho, guys, thank y'all very much for coming to this channel. You guys are amazing all the way around. Yes, it'll work. I was watching Star Wars. Anyways, thank you guys very much. Have a nice night.